morning. Oh my god, it is so sunny this morning. Today is my perfect winter day. Let me take these off. I find it so rude when you're talking with sunglasses on. You probably cannot even see me at all because the sun this morning, it's right behind me. It is so bright. Welcome back to the first vlog of 2025. Very exciting. I hope you all had a really lovely Christmas and New Year, and whatever you got up to, I hope it was restful and fun and you just had a lovely bit of balance. I think that's what I love the most about Christmas, is when you've got a bit of everything. Oh, the farmer's out already. It is so frosty and snowy, and oh my gosh, this morning is beautiful. It feels like it's gonna snow. I actually think tomorrow it may snow because the ground is so white and it's bitterly cold. My car was completely iced over this morning, so I've had it on with the heating on for a while, so it should be quite warm in here now. Oh, my neighbour's out with a horse. It's all going on this morning. Friday mornings, it always feels like there is, like, I don't know, everyone is out and about. But Happy New Year. Welcome to the 2025 YouTube videos. I'm very excited to be back filming. To be honest, I am actually not really starting work until Monday the 6th, and it's currently Friday the 3rd, but I just really wanted to get back filming. I really missed it, and there were so many moments over Christmas where I kind of just kept forgetting that I wasn't vlogging, and I kept picking up my camera and then being like, what am I doing? I'm meant to be having time off. I was gonna film a drive with me this morning, and I started it and it was so sunny. My face was literally so blown out and white, you couldn't see anything, and then it was pitch black over my face and the sun was in the back. So the lighting wasn't on my side, but it is a beautiful day today. I honestly can't quite believe that we're in January. It doesn't feel real. It feels like time has been going so quickly. But anyway, we had a really lovely Christmas, a lot of socialising. I feel like sometimes Christmas is supposed to be like this really lovely restful time off from work and like doing all the normal things. But often you end up socialising so much that you have no energy left. So New Year's for us was a very quiet one. We had a very busy Christmas, and then as soon as it came round to New Year's Eve, all of our friends have been away and doing things. So we said, you know what? I think it's the perfect time to just chill at home, have a nice dinner, try and stay up till midnight to watch the fireworks on the TV and just cuddle Basil. And that's exactly what we did, and it was actually perfect. And then on the 1st of January, New Year's Day, we took down all the Christmas decorations. We had a full deep clean of the house, and it was honestly like the best day. There was just something so satisfying about taking down your decorations, putting them all away in the loft, getting your house back to normal. We sorted out cupboards, all sorts. It was an amazing day. But it's Friday today. It's actually the 3rd of January. And I don't technically start work until Monday the 6th, but I wanted to start filming again, so I started filming a little bit yesterday. I don't know how much I filmed yesterday because I ended up having a surprise visit from Grace, and we took Basil for a walk, and I just completely forgot to pick up my camera. I think it's going to take me a vlog or two to get back in the swing of things. But today I am dressed and ready, and I'm at the supermarket to do a good food shop because I haven't actually picked up anything since we did our big Christmas food shop, and we've just been living on the leftovers and just eating everything, random foods from what we've got in the fridge. We've had a lot of cheese boards, a lot of like random meals with turkey in, and I feel like it's time now to just restock and get some nice bits. So that is the plan for the morning. I've also been in my absolute element, cooking and baking and making things from scratch. I feel like I've just unleashed this new phase of like me in the kitchen where I'm just obsessed with making things from scratch. I don't know what it is, but anything I can think of, I'm like, I need to find a recipe, I need to try it. So over the Christmas holidays, I made some bagels, and I saw a recipe on TikTok for some like high protein, healthy, 3 ingredient bagels. Greek yogurt, flour and baking soda. I will leave the recipe below. Oh my gosh, it is so easy and they are absolutely delicious. So I don't think I will ever be buying bagels ever again. It doesn't take long to do it either, it's super quick. And then I've also been saving recipes to make some wholemeal bread, which I think I might do today. So I've got a nice fresh loaf of bread for the weekend. Also different things like tomato sauces. I found a new recipe for that. A pesto, hummus, pita breads, so many things. And just all the things that we eat a lot of, I really want to start kind of making it in bulk and then putting it in a jar in the fridge, and then we're just always eating things that are really good and nutritious and homemade. But aside from socializing and eating an obscene amount of cheese over Christmas, we have actually been quite productive. Jack built 3 out of 4 of the raised beds. They are now in position. They have been lined and creosoted and they are pretty much ready to go. So we've got one more to do, which I'm hoping we might be able to do this weekend. And then that is all done. And we can get the stone for the ground delivered, and also a ton of compost to fill them up. But honestly, I am so excited to get that section of the garden feeling a little bit more finished and just like a proper area. I think that's what I'm really excited for. And to grow some vegetables. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I think the whole like cooking from scratch thing has definitely come from the fact that we're going to be growing our own vegetables and hopefully fruit and things. So I'm really conscious about like, I want to create recipes and come up with ideas that I can make with all of the things that we're going to grow. So I'm just really excited about it, to be honest. I also got a food processor for Christmas, and I think that is another factor that's really sparked this thing in me that wants to make everything from scratch, because I'm just excited to use the food processor. But yeah, so that is the plan for the day. It's very much still like Christmas holidays, but I'm just kind of like getting back into filming, getting planning, just like loosely starting work a little bit. I think I'm gonna also do some work bits tomorrow as well, but I know a lot of people don't actually go back until the 6th. I'm ready to tackle my grocery list. It's a pretty long one today. There's a lot of things I want to get, so let's go. For ages, but I've just taken Basil for a walk after unpacking all of the food shop and just kind of like reorganizing the pantry. I basically bought these tiny little jars, which you would have just seen on Amazon ages ago, and I use them to store all of our seeds and nuts and things like that, because we actually eat quite a lot, whether it's on like Greek yogurt or on like salads. Sometimes I'll make like curries, or the chicken satay we'll put things on. And now I'm in my baking and cooking from scratch era. I really want to start using more stuff. So I'm gonna cook some bread. So I'm gonna make some bread. I found a recipe which was on, let me get it up. I basically did loads of research last night into loads of different online like blogs and forums and things to find recipes, and I found this one. It's a wholemeal brown bread from Easy Peasy Foodie. I'll link it below, and honestly I cannot believe how easy this is. You don't need a bread maker, you don't need to like leave it overnight or for hours. It's so good. So let me get the recipe. Wholemeal bread flour, which I picked up today. Here we go. I also got some dried yeast as well, which I'm hoping this is the right one. Individual sachets of dried yeast. I'm assuming this is the correct thing. And then you just need 2 tablespoons olive oil, some lukewarm water and salt to taste. And that's it. You don't need a bread maker. You can just use a bowl, a wooden spoon. I could do it in my food processor, but I'm just going to do it in a bowl because I don't want to make it super messy, and I want to use my food processor to make a pesto, because I'm thinking how amazing would it be to have a slice of wholemeal toast with like eggs and pesto and tomatoes. Oh, obsessed. I feel like as soon as I get out of Christmas, all I want is like fresh food. I picked up one of the little pots of basil ready for my pesto, but the smell of that with the tomatoes, it's just my idea of heaven. I also just picked a massive bunch of curly leaf parsley out of the garden, so I can use that in something. You do need to leave it to prove for about an hour and a half, so much quicker than leaving it overnight. So I'm thinking if I make this now, then I can leave it for an hour, get on with something else, and then come back and finish it off. My dough is done. I've just been kneading it for about 10 minutes. I've just shaped it into a ball, and it's back in the mixing bowl with just a piece of cling film over, just very lightly. Also, just in case you're wondering, these are the ingredients that I used for the wholemeal bread. Literally just wholemeal bread flour, you can use any, dried yeast, just 1 sachet, 7 grams, and then 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We picked up this one when we went to the Cotswolds. So, the food processor that I keep talking about. For Christmas, my mum asked me, what did I want? Did I want, I don't know, girly things for the house, clothes, beauty stuff? And I said to her, all I really want is a food processor. I am so excited to kind of like make all of the recipes that I couldn't do in my old blender. So we've been using this a lot over Christmas, and it is amazing. So I'm gonna use this to make my pesto, basically just chuck everything in here and blend it up. I think the best thing about pesto is that you can chuck anything in there. Like if you don't want to use pine nuts, you can use pistachios or cashews. You can use different cheese instead of parmesan. You could even chuck in different herbs instead of basil. Like you could do parsley or, I don't know, anything. I just feel like pesto is such a great condiment to have. Jack and I actually eat a lot of pesto because we have it with everything. I add like lemon juice into it. I tend to just buy it because I've never really had the facilities to make it myself. But now I've got my food processor, I feel like it's going to be so much easier. I also was reading that you could add in things like any vegetables that are kind of like you need to use up, or I don't know, spinach, anything. I just think it's so good. So I'm definitely going to be trialing a few different pesto recipes over spring, summer. And once we've got the wild garlic come through in the woods, I am going to definitely make lots of wild garlic pesto and freeze it. But I've got a jar down here, which is just an old one that I've saved. I think this was from some nuts. So I'm gonna put the pesto in the jar and then I can put that into the freezer. So this recipe is from Love and Lemons, one of my favorite kind of like website blogs for recipes. And all you need is half a cup of pine nuts, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a small garlic clove, pepper, 2 cups of basil leaves, 1/4 cup of olive oil, and then a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. So Love and Lemons is an American website. So if you do want to use her recipes, I recommend just buying some cup measurements. I just got these from the supermarket because it makes life so much easier rather than having to like translate everything. It just gets so confusing. So I'm basically just gonna measure everything out and chuck it into my food processor. I'm so obsessed with this. I just think it is the best thing ever. Let me move this basil out of the way. When it comes to like the new year, I think it can be so easy to feel like you need to be like on a diet, you need to be like clean eating and all of these things, like no processed foods. And I just think you just need to do the things that make you happy, whether it's making things from scratch like I am. I feel like I've really got into it and I'm actually really enjoying it. It's more just the fact that I'm loving the process of it rather than I'm thinking about what I'm eating, if that makes sense. But there is just something about making things from scratch with your bare hands, and especially when it comes to like using ingredients from the garden and stuff like that. I'm just so excited. Right, got my basil in there. I need my olive oil. It's a lot of olive oil. That olive oil just smells unbelievable. A 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and salt. And then we want 1 small garlic clove. In our little herb trough that we created, I think in the summer, we actually planted some garlic. We got some garlic from a farm shop, and I think we actually saw it on Monty Don. I think it was Gardener's World. Monty Don was like teaching everyone how to plant garlic from like stuff that you've already got at home. And he was saying, obviously, the whole point of kind of planting your own vegetables is that you know exactly how they've been made, and there's no pesticides, and it's like organic, it's real organic food. So he was saying he suggests getting garlic from like a farm shop or somewhere that isn't a supermarket, basically. So anyway, we followed his tips, we've planted it, and it's honestly grown about this tall. I can't believe it. I'm so impressed. Next up is lemon. I love lemon juice. It's actually my favourite. Fun fact, when I was young, I used to literally eat lemons like they were apples. So I'm gonna put quite a lot in here. Okay, and then lastly is just the parmesan. 1/4 cup of freshly grated parmesan. There we go. Probably went a little bit overboard on the parmesan, but oh well. Oh wow, that smells unbelievable. Just gonna use my spatula to get some bits off the side. Wow, that looks so good. I actually don't know if I've got enough to go in a big jar or not. We'll have to see. Buzz was grumbling at me because it's too noisy. That looks so incredible. So now I've got the tough part of trying to get it into the jar. I'm gonna do it over the food processor so that, do you know what, this spatula is a bit silly. I'm gonna use a spoon, I think. I'm actually gonna just taste a bit of this. Oh my God, that's incredible. I can really taste the lemon. I think I put a bit too much parmesan in, I'm not gonna lie. It's quite parmesan-y. There we go, there's my little pesto jar. I'm so happy with that. I kind of wish I did this morning so I could have had like a piece of toast with pesto and tomatoes for my lunch, but anyways, we can have that tomorrow. Okay, my bread is coming along nicely. Next up, I need to score the top, dust over some flour, and then put it in the oven. I've just preheated it to 200 fan, and that's going to go in for, I think it was 25 minutes. I can't quite remember, but I'll link the recipe anyway. But I think this looks quite good, like a rustic loaf. I really, really hope this cooks well and tastes nice. The bread is done. It's out the oven. It's cooled down. I actually think it looks quite good. So we're going to do a taste test tomorrow. when I have my breakfast, but I think I did go a little bit overboard on the flour on the top, but I actually am quite impressed with myself. So I think that's going to be, hopefully, really delicious. I have just put some freshly cleaned and ironed pyjamas on. Skincare is done. I'm just going to do my LED mask before I go to sleep. What? I've just been sat on the sofa writing my newsletter that went out this morning. And I'm just talking about all things New Year, my approach to a new year, and just kind of like how I feel about resolutions. Oh, goodness me, look how big he is. But I wanted to share with you my new slippers because Jack got me these for Christmas and I've been wearing them non-stop. Literally as soon as I opened them on Christmas morning, I put them on and I don't think I've taken them off. They are so soft and fluffy and really, really warm. They're from Daylesford. I'll see if I can link them below. I just love them. I haven't actually had a pair of slippers for a while because when Basil was a puppy, he chewed my slippers up and I just didn't get any new ones because he kept wanting to have the slippers all the time. And actually, that is the only thing of like mine and Jack's that he has chewed, my slippers, my one pair of slippers. So I just haven't had any new ones. And I've just been wearing my Uggs around the house, but these are amazing. And my pajamas are from the Napco, the gingham. Oh, these are my favourite pyjamas ever. I've had these for a while now and I just love them. I love how comfortable they are. I love the fit. I love the print. I just think they're gorgeous. I would love Siobhan to bring these out in like a pale blue gingham. I think that'd be so gorgeous for spring, summer. But anyway, all fresh-faced and ready for some dinner actually. I don't know what we're having tonight, but it'll probably be something easy because Jack will probably be back a little bit later. It's 20 to 7 right now, so I think I'm going to sit on my laptop and do a little bit more writing, potentially start editing this vlog, and then maybe watch something on TV.
What do you think of the frost? What do you think? Is it cold? Is it cold on your feet?
Good morning. It is the next day, Saturday morning, and it's absolutely freezing cold. It's so frosty, as you would have seen from, I showed you in the garden this morning. Oh my god, I am freezing. I feel like this is setting me up nicely for our ski trip at the end of the month, which, I'm not gonna lie, quite nervous for. We're getting closer and closer and oh, the anxiety is definitely setting in. But anyway, I've got a solo Saturday today because Jack is at work. He's actually starting something. There's a project in the pipeline. It's going to be a long way off yet. It's about 2 years, but it's something that they are very excited about in the business and it's going to be amazing. So yeah, I'm very excited for him. And he is going to be spending a lot of time on it and a lot of hours working hard, like getting bits done. So I think there's going to be quite a few solo Saturdays coming up, but that is all good. Me and Basil. Oh, just look how gorgeous. Yes, hello. How gorgeous it is this morning. It's just so pretty. I love it when it's super frosty. And the sky, oh, it just looks gorgeous. I feel like the camera just doesn't do it justice. Oh look, there's an owl. Is that an owl? Not sure. Might be a buzzard. I've had a very slow morning. I actually didn't really feel that well this morning. I don't know why. I woke up at 6:15 and I felt really rough. So Jack brought me a peppermint tea in bed, which was so sweet. And then I actually... That was a pheasant. Welcome to the countryside. Come on, Bezzy. And then he's going to try and get that now. Come on, this way. This way. Good boy. Yeah, then I actually went back to sleep and I didn't wake up till 8. So I had a bit of a lie-in. But I've literally come straight out on a walk. I did do my new face this morning and my ice roller, which I'm trying to make a bit of a habit out of because it just makes me feel so good and it really wakes me up in the morning. So I'm going to try and do that as much as I can throughout the weeks. And I think I'm going to get back and make some breakfast. I want to try my bread. So that is the plan for the morning. And then probably just do some work on my laptop. I think do some editing, prep some newsletters, just try and get ahead, ready for next week. But I'm going to have to go because my hand is absolutely frozen and I need to get it in my pocket because I didn't bring any gloves.